Coming up from BlizzCon 2017, the Jungle Giants versus the Chillblade Crusaders. Next up at the Hearthstone Invitational.
The 2017 Hearthstone Invitational is brought to you in part by Republic of Gamers, Intel, T-Mobile, and NVIDIA.
Gather round the fire, for there's a new tale to be told. It's Hearthstone at BlizzCon 2017!
We're here ready to go with the next match and the final match of the day. I'm excited for this one. We did effectively just see the big-time Buccaneers get knocked out. They didn't actually manage to win a match, so they did not win a treasure. But the other three teams, there is a lot to play for here.
Yeah, and depending on who wins out here, Chillblade Crusaders or Jungle Giants, they can make our life very easy or very difficult. You can see here, if Chillblade Crusaders win and pick up another treasure, there will be a clear 3-2-1 at the top. And that will make things nice and clean for us. If it goes the other way around and Jungle Giants square themselves up on 2 treasures with everyone else, then suddenly all of this fun and games comes into play. There will be a head-to-head as the first tiebreaker, then the total game score 1 as the second, and then now this is very possible. We could get all the way down to this third tiebreaker, which is who brought the most creative decks, and we have ranked this in advance, just so you know we didn't make it all up.
Yeah, this was done before the tournament started. So this was predefined ranks by those of your friendly neighborhood casters. Yes. And we decided who we thought was bringing the most creative deck. So that could be a big impact. But as you said, if the Chillblade squad actually managed to win, they make it moot. They actually just create a very nice first, second, and third. And they book their place going into tomorrow.
So just for the sake of our own well-being and sanity, let's go Chillblade Crusaders.
Just casual favoritism there from Soto, whereas I've got no favorites because my team are out. So not too much of a surprise based on my past predictions. But these two teams are getting ready to go. And this is excavated treasures. To me, at least, this is what I was looking forward to casting this weekend.
Yeah, this is by far the coolest format, I think, for me in this. You know, the players start with a pre-built number of cards in their deck, which you are seeing right here. For the Warlock deck, it is all very discard themed. Essentially, plug the word discard into the search bar in your collection and click all the cards. That's what your starting point is for Warlock. The other rule that's important is that they must be Highlander decks, one-of copies only.
Yeah, and this is Navi's list, or at least the pre-built cards is basically a secret list. I think TJ put it quite well earlier on, whereas if you just typed secret as a Hunter deck into the Hearthstone client, you get this deck, even Illuminators. There are wild cards available. You see Mad Scientist there as well. So I do think in a wild sort of almost pre-built format, the Secret Hunter could be very strong, at least in my opinion from the face of it, because one, Hunter builds are actually quite straightforward in general anyway, and then if you know you're playing all the secrets, you can just cushion it out with overall just strong minions.
Yeah, no great surprise. So from this point, you take that shell of cards that you are forced to use, and then you build your deck around that. And no surprise to see Crip and the Jungle Giants have gone with Zoo. That is by far, the most successful deck that has been played with the discard mechanic. And Hunter, of course, a fairly aggressively curved Secret Hunter from Naviu.
Yeah, we're going into game one. Remember, this will create either a clean outcome or a bit of a messy tiebreaker, but the Chillblade Crusaders there just reminded me of the good old days of Glaive Zuka. Oh, that was a good card.
It was. Yeah, I mean, if Hunter had Glaive Zuka back, that would pretty much solve everything about their problems in the metagame currently. It's such an absurdly powerful card. Jungle Giants here whiffed on the one drop, but they do have that Tiny Knight of Evil, but straight away, oh, I was just about to say, if Chillblade hit a one drop here, that Glaive Zuka that we were just evangelizing the power of is going to farm.
Yeah, and having a one drop as your opponent's Hunter getting the minion down first is actually a huge deal for an effective Zoo list, if that makes sense. So the Tiny Knight of Evil is going to be able to contend this Firefly on board, but for me, I feel like this Dark Bargain in hand, which was one of the pre-given cards, is almost a dead card. You may as well play with 3 at this point.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, a lot of the cards in here are cards that you don't want to draw, or at least the benefit of the discard shell that they're being forced to play with here is the Dark Bargain can sit around and just be discarded by one of the other cards.
Yeah, Jungle Giants are being pretty pressured here, so let's take a listen, see how they're going to deal with this assault from the Hunter.
Oh, great. Discard the Golem.
No deadly
and
shot.
Dark Bargain.
No deadly shot.
Well, if they have deadly, they might actually use it here.
Yeah, I know. Either if they have deadly, it's still bad though.
Well,
Yeah, I think it's okay.
yeah.
I don't
They
want
use their turn. Oh my god.
They're going to have a lot of secrets. One.
They have a lot of secrets. Did they keep that card? I don't think they. Well, we can pull a
Well,
pirate.
we can get patches right now.
Right.
So it could be freezing, explosive, snake, snipe.
It's like every secret's in that deck.
Yeah.
All right. Let's pull patches.
Think so?
I think we want to try and increase our odds of discarding Silverware Golem anyway, so we want to flood.
Okay.
You want to get patches and Firefly and Elemental?
Yeah. But we pull patches first and then go face with it and see what happens.
Yeah, that's nice.
So now it's either explosive,
No, they're not worried. They're not worried. It is. I think it is explosive.
could be bear, could be snakes.
The reads.
What if we patches up?
The absolute reads, and I'm not talking in-game, I'm talking out-of-game as Crip looks over at Chillblade Crusaders like they are not worried.
Yeah.
It's explosive trap.
Right, point being, if they had a freezing trap in play and they saw patches get pulled, you'd expect them to react, to roll their eyes, to be disappointed with what's happening. Crip very much metagaming right here, but I also want to throw back right to the first interaction we heard, which was Firebat just saying, okay, no deadly shot, no deadly shot. And Crip said, I think deadly shot would be pretty bad here, actually. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Crip, yeah.
Also, I did like the moment where Jackie's like, secret, it could be this. It's like, you pretty much just named every Hunter secret available. Also, as well, I don't think we touched on it too much when we were explaining the Excavate Treasures format, but these are Highlander decks, effectively. So
I did mention that.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate that there's no 2-ofs. These are all singletons. So, when you see these secrets, it's not like now there could be another explosive trap played. Again, this Dark Bargain, one, it's just one turn away from Jungle Giants even playing it. Two, it's pretty punishing with what they actually already have in hand. They might even be forced to Lakari here.
I mean, I don't think it's really forced to Lucaria in this spot. I think Lucaria is just fantastic.
Oh, actually, the Flame Imp makes this pretty
especially
clean.
with just the Flame Imp draw. It's just an incredibly powerful play. I mean, Dark Bargain, as I said, is pretty much a card that's just sitting there to be a discard effect for you that you don't mind getting rid of. And then Silverware Golem, of course, is the huge upside that ties this deck together. Chillblade Crusaders, despite that Glaive Zuka start, Hunter still just can't win.
Don't speak too soon, because to be fair, this 4-6 is going to take a lot of these minions traded into it if Jungle Giants go for it. If they don't, it means that they have a good amount of beef on the board to trade through this Lakari, and also there's a chance that if you can get Huffer, then it means that this Razormaw could potentially give like Huffer poison, for example, and get through this big awkward taunt for the Chillblade Crusaders.
Very true.
Yeah,
Jungle
gonna
Giants just finishing up whether they wanted to trade through that 4-6, but Chillblade Crusaders are facing down a huge board, so let's have a listen to how they're planning on attacking this turn.
They're going to trade in all their bad minions, so it's going to go 3-1-1, and then it's going to go 2-2 into 1-2, and then they'll have a 3-8 and a 3-3 on board.
Actually, I like Companion Razor. Yeah, go Companion.
Yeah, I think it's a better as well.
Go and Razormaw it first, right? Yeah, just
Razormaw.
Get something defensive.
Wait, is there like positioning stuff?
No.
No. Just do it.
Death
Rattle.
Rattle.
Yeah. Do we do anything with those? No, right?
We don't preemptively hit, right?
I don't think so.
No,
They will
it's
trade
not
for
right
us.
because it's just Wind Fury.
Is it bad?
Yeah, it's bad.
Pretty sure it's bad.
Because like now they might not kill it efficiently. Like we don't want them to kill our Huntress if possible.
It doesn't really change the interval, but yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Just
but like
pass,
so it's just
fine.
giving
Yeah,
Wind
just
Fury
pass, yeah.
like for no reason.
They might still think it's Catwick, maybe. I don't know.
Dog with the quick maths at the start of that turn. RDU actually said early on in an interview that he thought Dog was one of the quickest mathematicians he'd ever seen in Hearthstone. You saw him just firing out all the potential trades at the start.
Yeah, and I think it's important as well. This might be a given, but when you're like, oh, someone's quick at maths, so it's good. It's like, well, they're actually always right as well, because if they just make grand assumptions, then that's something a little bit scary. Mainly because it's something I would do.
Just saying random numbers isn't being quick at maths.
Well,
that's just being wrong.
It's just, well, it's both, right?
No.
2 plus 2.
-1 is 3.
There we go.
So pretty good idea
great.
now from Jungle Giants that this is Explosive Trap, which is why you're seeing them trade off all these individual minions, just using the low health minions to trade through the large taunt.
Something that's a little bit worrying here, though, is the longer they sort of play a slow game, well, that explosive is still 2 damage, right? 2 damage is happening. And the longer they play this game, well, Hunter just presses hero power every single turn. And Jungle Giants don't really have the sort of beef to carry on. They can't really heal for too much. It's very just discard-based, as you can imagine. They didn't go, well, these are 10 to 15 discard cards, and then we build a defensive list, right? They've gone just pretty heavy and all in on this.
Yeah, Kazakus is basically all they have.
Yeah, and
maybe gain some armor off that and resummon.
And against Hunter?
Resummon the Lurkari for a taunt. Maybe that's kind of the business they're in. But in this matchup, High Main has come down and Chillblade Crusaders are very stable. So let's take a listen, see if Jungle Giants have a grand plan for how they're going to combat this.
Certainly explosive.
Well, we may be going 3-2 into High Main and further trading. We should tap for sure, right? We have the trade thing on board actually, but
Yeah. So Councilman Veteran on the 3-2, trade into the high main.
You guys like the high main trades?
Yeah.
I don't
if
know.
we kill the other one, he gets the high main into
like
the
he's at
3-5.
27. Do you think we can really kill him fast enough?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, we have some burst. There's.
I think we're a
All right,
long
so we're
way off.
ignoring High Main and trying to kill him?
I mean, it could very likely to be explosive trap.
It could be Bear.
Yeah, we don't go face ever.
I think I like trading the high main in.
You want to
Getting
trade the
rid
High
of
Main now?
Yeah, let's just trade and see what we draw.
Okay.
Oh, that's actually.
Well, we can play everything now, which
Yeah.
is nice.
Councilman and then buffer Firefly and trade it into the high main.
Yeah, Councilman, buff Firefly, trade in, Soulfire 3-3.
Yep.
No, I'm gonna leave the demon out.
Speak your piece.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't
Trade
matter.
1-1.
Bit of an indecision there between the team. Like, okay, let's kill the high main. No, let's race him. No, let's kill the high main. He like, somebody decide. And they did get to a conclusion there, but wow. Now Sludge Belcher, Ragnaros, all names of cards I've not really discussed for quite a while. in hand here for Chillblade. And again, I just keep saying, look, again, the life tap. Now Jungle Giants are on 16. Hero power this turn with Sludge Belcher, then they're on 14. You know, they're going to die very quickly. And this burst that Jungle Giants speak of, I'm not quite sure exactly where that's coming from.
There's a Doomguard, there's a Soulfire, there's a Deathwing
just use
that
Soulfire.
can be delayed 12 damage burst. But yeah, Soulfire is gone. As we've mentioned, these are Highlander decks. Once these cards are gone, they are gone. There is not a second copy. I want to rewind, though. There is a 1-2 on this board as opposed to Jungle Giants being 2 lower currently. They played a 1-2 instead of pressing hero power, and that does surprise me enormously.
That is a little strange, isn't it? How much value are you expecting from that 1-2?
Here's the reasoning I can think of, is that they can use that to trade a small minion off the board and then jam Ragnaros the turn afterwards to get a better target. But Chillblade Crusaders will know better than me what their plan was, so let's listen to them instead.
Yeah, I think it's best as well.
Do we even play the Shredder? We do, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
go for it, yeah. Yeah, this is better, yeah.
You have to. All right, well, maybe they just
Yeah,
don't have
yeah,
the
we
Reno.
just
How
gotta
many
click
cards
the
do they have left?
30.
So 13.
They
So
play Kazakus too.
they probably have like a 30% chance to draw it before the game ends. Maybe 40? Probably 40. Depends how much pressure we can put on. Right?
Little do they know, Kripparrian does not have a Reno Jackson in his deck.
Baffled me when I saw the list.
You would fully expect that to be a thing, and of course Chillblade Crusaders don't know the list that they're up against. They know the shell that it started with. They know the forced excavated treasure cards that had to be in the deck. But of course, when one of the rules is you have to play singletons, you expect every deck to be playing Kazakas and Reno Jackson, as well as any class effects that use that kind of that deck building synergy as well. Crip just doesn't have it.
Yeah, I mean, you could have actually gone for the whole sort of cruel demon style, right? You know, if you can go that way. But it's just good to really focus on this discard mechanic. And we saw then the Ragnaros not get played as, you know, the benefit of Secret, Shredder, and Hero Power. Looked pretty nice there for Chillblade. And Ragnaros, you know, can always get value when you drop it down because it has an immediate effect. But now this Shredder, I think...
Oh, boy. That's a ding.
Does anyone else remember the days when this used to happen and then you lost the game? We'll see if it's going to be the same here. But Chillblade, although the response there to the Queen is pretty awesome, they have inevitability, right? They have 2 Secret Soul. One is still 2 damage from the explosive trap. There's Hero Powers. Now there's Bow. I wouldn't be surprised to see Bow Hero Power face.
No, they can't. Not with what is even the name of that card?
Bloodqueen.
Lanathel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hitting the board. That is exactly what you needed to do. Naviu is laughing hysterically. I want to hear Crip's reaction to this. Let's go right now.
I mean, there could be a cat trick there. It could be cat trick as well.
I don't think we discarded a minion, did we? We discarded Dark Bargain. Dark
Discarded
Bargain
Silverware
and, oh,
Golem.
the Silverware Golem.
The Silverware Golem's been discarded. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad card. But yeah, we have to trade everything into Rag, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. We could play Cruel Dynamancer and pass.
Yeah, because it could be cat trick.
It could be Cat Trick, and we could see what happens with the Rag RNG. 25% to lose to Hero Power.
He's at 27. I don't think we're getting out of this very easily. I think we have to assume it's not Cat Trick.
I mean,
I
it's
think I have
pretty
to assume
likely.
it's Explosive and Bear, which I do think it is, by the way.
I do think so as well.
I'm going for it.
Okay. Nice. Where you at?
You're not totally screwed.
We're looking for like a Kazaka's turn now.
Yeah.
We got Jiraxis, right?
Right.
I think Crip hit the nail on the head there with they're on 27. I don't think we're getting out of this. Jungle Giants have spent the whole game surviving and getting nothing else done.
Yeah. Trademark Kripparrian positivity there.
I was going to say, Deathwing can make a big impact on a game like this because you can catch up on damage, not when your opponent literally has lethal on board next turn and you do not have a taunt.
Tap Kazakus, 1 mana potion, gain life, resummon a minion, hit the Lakari Fellhound. That's basically what you've got, right? Doomguard is, in fact, none of those
and
things.
then you still can't do the damage.
Yeah, exactly. Then you still lose the turn after.
Yep, because of the explosive trap. That's the explosive. A shake of the head from Jackie. A muttering of words from Firebat. It looks like Chillblade Crusaders are continuing stomping through this tournament.
They do at least get the information of which traps have been torturing them the entire game, but Chillblade Crusaders are going to pick up yet another game win on a quest for their third treasure, their third game win, and first place going into day 2.
Yeah, they've been looking quite strong, and I think when a lot of the players looked at these teams when they were announced, they were like, okay, Chillblade Crusaders are pretty good. You know, there's some high-level competitive players in this team, and they seem to just be crushing it, and seem to be in good spirits too.
Yeah, many people did in fact look at them and think they were the best team in the tournament and therefore predicted them as their champions. But we will not hear Ravens come back from that. Instead, we will find out more about the Chillblades.
Well met.
My name is Naviu.
My name is Dog.
My name is RDU.
I'm 22 years old.
24 years old.
20 years old.
And I'm from Perth, Australia.
Fort Worth, Texas.
I'm from Romania.
I play Hearthstone 6 to 8 hours a day.
I probably play Hearthstone 6 or 7 hours.
4 to 6 hours per day more if I have to prepare for a tournament.
My favorite thing about Hearthstone is I've got a lot of friends that I've made over the years, and they're probably some of my closest friends now.
My favorite thing about Hearthstone is playing tournaments and meeting other people that share the same passion as I have.
My favorite thing about streaming is, without a doubt, just being able to interact with the chat. They say some pretty funny stuff sometimes, and we kind of feed off each other, and it's just a really, really good time.
My favorite thing about streaming is I think I'm pretty fun to hang out with, so it's like I'm hanging out with myself. It was kind of sad.
Dog obviously brings a lot to the table. He'd bring a lot more if he wasn't wearing his shirt.
I guess I streamed my shirt off a long time ago, just for, I don't know, I was just chilling, you know, playing Hearthstone, hanging out, just chilling. People want the shirt off. Not gonna happen.
Infuriating team. Mainly because Dog said, I think I'm pretty cool to hang out with. It's like hanging out with myself. Normally that sounds arrogant. I can tell you, Dog is pretty cool to hang out with. So he's not even lying here.
I actually didn't hear a word anyone said because I was too distracted by Navi's jawline.
I mean, yeah, we've all been in that boat.
Sure.
But if Chillblade Crusaders win this game and go 2-0 over their opponents, they will have come out on top in day 1 and create a very clear first, second, and third. So let's see if they can do it. Chillblade Crusaders versus Jungle Giants. Going to be Warlock versus the Mage. There's a friend we've not seen for a while.
Chan is the man running the Mage, so you would expect a little bit of wackiness built into the deck, but there is already a large amount of wackiness before you even get started, because this is almost the theme of just random stuff Mage, you know?
That catchy name for a deck.
Yeah, the Babbling Books, the Primordial Glyph, Shimmering Tempest, all that kind of stuff. Tortollan Primalist is thrown in here as well, so...
For the longest time.
Go on.
I didn't really understand that card. I thought it was like a Servant of Yogg-Saron. It just casts something.
Sure.
But you actually get to pick your poison,
Yeah, you do.
basically. You don't get to aim the poison, but that looked like a very good opening hand for Chillblade.
It sure did.
Wow.
That is one into Coin Imp Gang Boss, and Coin Imp Gang Boss was one of the most terrorizing plays for a very, very long time in Hearthstone historically.
Yeah, but Jungle Giants have a Grand Crusader.
Ah! You got me there.
Oh, there he is. Servant of Yogg-Saron.
Yeah.
I remember playing that card once. Job's done. But I'll try this. They might create some cool tempo plays. It Starfalled itself. And I was like, oh, 5 mana pass a turn. Seems good.
Taking the life tap. So part of this is their mana curve, and then part of this is just valuing having the coin as a card in their hand with this many discard effects. Having one of those cards discard the coin is actually very valuable.
Yeah, if you can just dodge like one additional minion, look at the curve, right? It looks very, very strong here. Jungle Giants, though, trying to work out exactly how they want to approach this turn and deal with this potentially strong opening. So let's take a listen and see what they're up to.
So let's just ping.
All right, I like it.
I think we're the control deck.
Yeah, we have a lot of value. A ton of value.
I think we should limit their draw and try and outvalue them. But it's hard when we don't know exactly what they're playing, right?
Yes.
Please don't play that.
Yeah, it's like 50% chance
to put that
be
in the deck.
ahead.
Well, I might do.
It's better than being 100% behind.
I mean, it's a 50-50 just on the spot.
Yeah, do it.
I'd play Spellslinger for sure.
Nah, Tinkmaster. You feeling it?
I kind of want to get a Tinkmaster.
I think you play the Tinkmaster.
Yeah.
All right.
Do it.
Yeah?
Do it.
Let's 2 against 1. I know what you want, Jackie, so.
Come on, Squirrel!
Very good.
And here comes like the actual threatening minion now.
Yeah.
It's okay. If we don't deal it with this one, he's going to have more things.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, but this chooses a random target. So, like, he would have another, like, 1/1.
I mean, we could, like, polymorph. Polymorph?
I also think we do that, yeah.
Do you want to trade first?
I like Spellslinger.
I like 3/3 into 1/1 into
ping.
Servant of Yogg. The health on this doesn't matter. It's
I think do you have much experience with this card?
Yes, it's very bad. It's a 5/4 though.
I've played a lot of it. You generally want to play it when your opponent has more things because most spells kill things. And if it's 2 and 1, it's not that good to play it.
I'm hoping it does nothing. I'm hoping it's just a 5-mana 5/4.
I don't know if we should rely on hope. I really like the Spellslinger here.
Okay, Spellslinger ping the Squirrel. I don't mind the Spellslinger, to be honest.
You don't have to ping the Squirrel.
Well,
you can ping the Voidwalker.
Ping the Voidwalker and take a
trade
value
the Squirrel.
trade. Yeah. For sure, if you're doing Spellslinger, you do that. But Spellslinger first, and then I think
ping the Voidwalker and trade into the Squirrel.
The thing is, pinging the Voidwalker is really scary because they get control when it comes out, though, is my concern.
But we have a lot of removal to follow.
Yeah, I wouldn't ping the Voidcaller.
All right, but I think you'd ping it, ping the Voidcaller if you're doing this play. Because you don't want to just fall behind on tempo like that. And we're going to have to ping again
You
next
want to
turn.
ping the Voidcaller?
Yeah.
And trade into the Squirrel?
Yeah. I think you ping it.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I can see it,
This way, if Mal'Ganis comes.
Okay, Jackie, you and I are going to have some words because we sat down with Jackie Chan before this, and one of the questions we asked him, we were looking through the deck list, we went, hang on, Tinkmaster is one of the cards that you have to play, right? And Jackie looked at us like he was actually offended. It was like, yeah, of course, even I would not put Tinkmaster over Spark. Just then, he literally just said, I'd play this card in my deck. Which one of us is he lying to?
Maybe even all of us at this point, but one thing that was quite... Whoa, okay. That was a very, very good double discard there. 4 damage, and the Clutch Mother is going to be back in hand as a 4/4. But that was hilarious. We learned a couple of things there. Crip really likes Spellslinger and wanted to play every single turn we listened to. And Firebat is being corrupted by Jackie, is what I also learned there. Firebat was on board. He was like, let's get this Squirrel.
More importantly, though, let's take a listen to Jungle Giants. They were not expecting these huge demons to be coming out, so let's see how they plan to deal with them.
I think because that deck is also
We could also remove the Doom Guard and set up to Firelands Portal, whatever comes out next.
Nah. I think we got to give some crazy orange. I like this.
I like that too.
Okay.
First?
Do it.
First, yeah.
Okay.
Because removal won't kill straight out a lot of times. I think you have to do this first and finish off after the removal lands.
I mean,
almost.
This is decent.
Yeah.
Let's go face.
Yeah.
I mean, that was really good, but we were just so far behind that it's not good enough.
Not quite good enough indeed. Multi-shot not going to get the job done there. And now Chillblade Crusader with the Soulfire pickup on top of that Blood Fury potion. That's an extra 7 on top of the 12 that they have already. They're one off.
Just caused a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Just kind of spiraled out of control, and it did help. That opening hand was incredible. But again, just each turn just seemed very, very difficult for Jungle Giants to, each turn was desperation, right? There was never a, this is a strong play.
This is a great setup from Chillblade Crusaders as well. This now means that Jungle Giants need to clear the board and gain life because Chillblade Crusaders have Abyssal Enforcer, Coin, Soulfire on the following turn.
Or Counterspell, right?
Yeah,
like, or get Counterspell live to defend from the Soulfire, because that's what
it would defend from the Coin, but yes, still good enough.
Yeah, to make them survive one more turn. But this is a big, big ask, and the problem here is that almost all the time with the damage available, the Firelands minion wouldn't even do it, right? Because you can't kill everything and Firelands. And be safe. This might just be too much. They don't have, on 7, they don't really have the mana to make big plays happen as well, right? Because there's the Grand Crusade that can get you a Paladin card that might help. But, well, great. a 1-mana Paladin card, a secret. What secret keeps you alive? None. They have gone for the counterspell, so they can block out. Well, they know the coin's there probably still, but they can block out something from happening. But that we can see is not going to be enough. But now we can listen to Chillblade Crusaders to see how they approach this. This could be Ice Block.
7-4, yeah.
I don't
Why
think
would
that-
Barrier be in this deck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's not. It's not.
honestly, it could be barrier, right? But I just don't think we play around it.
Okay.
Yeah, so Abyssal. Pop them. Next turn we win.
Yeah. Then you.
I'll save Reno.
Oh.
Oh, okay. All right.
And there we go.
Easy.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's not Ice Block.
I think you set that up going in there that it could be Ice Block, but yeah, more important, they picked up on it very quickly. If it was Ice Barrier, that was a very tricky decision as to whether you just tried to hold off for the Abyssal Enforcer and Soulfire. Dog said just go for it, and then the surprised and slightly apathetic, oh great, we won, we're first. That's it, 2-0.
Awesome.
Nice,
Yeah.
we won every series.
Yeah, as you said, the 2-0 will mean they have won every series, picked up the 3 treasures, and as we discussed at the start of this match, that if they do that, then there are no tiebreakers. It is just a 3, a 2 treasure, and a 1 treasure for places 1, 2, and 3. Very, very clean, but there is still one more game to play, because as we said, at the start of the day and throughout the day, at the end of it, the team with the most treasures, the most wins across the whole day, gets an additional treasure, so that might mix things up. But let's find out as we go into game number 3. Chillblade Crusaders versus the Jungle Giants, Paladin versus Priest. What's on the cards for this one, Sol?
Well, this was actually quite a popular strategy between the teams, was to hide away their Priest in the excavated treasures, because it turns out when you're forced to play a Highlander build, it doesn't matter how many bad cards the BlizzCops force you to put in there, you still get to play Raza and Anduin, and that's just fine, thank you very much. Whereas Dog, on the other hand, with his Chillblade Crusaders Paladin, is a kind of a mid-rangey, semi-aggressive Paladin that he's put together with the Divine Shield shell that the deck started with.
Yeah, this definitely feels like if you were building a wild Paladin deck, you would put all of this in because it's Highlander. I feel like there's no crazy strategy going on here. It's just that we need good cards for this Highlander deck in Paladin.
Well, there is a Force Tank Max.
Divine Shield, man.
Yeah.
Jungle Giants have got off to a pretty decent start, considering there is the Anduin, and they have a Death for Emergencies along with that Soul Priest. So let's take a listen to see what they think of their hand at the moment.
Coin, heal the cleric trait.
Heal the wild
pyro
pyro.
monster, sorry.
Yeah. I think that's the play. Just draw.
Yeah.
Try and draw some more. And after that, we're going to try and probably draw some more.
Circle of healing up the top. No.
Wait. What? Oh, right.
What?
Heal takes mana.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Ah, Firebat, I see you've played Priest before. Yep.
Drawing cards seems good.
You're going to draw some cards, then you're going to draw some more cards. If you have to react to the board, you're going to do that, but mostly you're going to draw some cards.
Yeah, and the way these decks line up as well, like Coghammer, it was good for that specific turn, but it probably isn't going to get a lot done against Priest. You know, the deck's built to draw a lot of cards, and the minions that are in the deck are quite chunky, like this Organized Soul Priest. They are slowly edging towards the big play turns, right? Look at this. They have the Jouster, Dr. Boom, Force Tank Max, and at any given time one of those minions sticks, they do have the Spike Ridge Steed. So these are coming up to turns where Chillblade could just pressure Jungle Giants too much here.
Yeah, the problem I foresee with this is that they have Master Jouster, 5 attack, Dr. Boom, 7 attack, Force Tank Max, 7 attack, and they're staring across the board at Jungle Giants who do have that Shadow Reaper Anduin in their hand, so they could run into a sticky situation very, very quickly here.
Yeah, the only benefit here is, though, it's not going to get to the point where even probably 2 of those minions are on the board before Anduin comes down, right?
Sure.
So, you know, one gets soaked by Anduin, fine. But then, you know, there's a Dr. Boom follow-up or there's a Force Tank Max follow-up. There is the death, though, as you mentioned earlier. So Anduin plus death at this point might be the death of the Chillblade Crusaders for this final game.
Yeah, you saw a long pause, deliberation at the end of the turn there from Chillblade as they were working out whether they wanted to pre-attack this Orkanai, essentially, and this does is now allow them to use the third Cog Hammer charge on a different minion next turn if that Orkanai were to trade into the 4-1 recruit.
Oh, Force Tank Max for everyone. Share and share alike.
So let's take a listen to Jungle Giants, see how they feel about their free Force Tank Max they just received.
We also want to save Faceless for that, perhaps. Oh no, we might just Shadow Reaper that down. I mean, it's
right. Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
We have
so many answers
that's the
to
cleanest
victory.
Shadow Reaper.
It is a nice Shadow Reaper.
Wow. Lose the joust.
Defeated.
Wow. Tripled. Nice joust, bros.
Easy.
It's a good card.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
What? Sorry, Crip? I'm pretty sure Kazakus is a good card.
Yeah, I mean,
I just
the
want to throw that
statement
out
was
there.
true.
Yeah.
Grip's like, nah. Kazakus, why is it even in the deck?
Yeah. Yeah, we had some fun at the expensive Force Tank Max there, but actually, you heard them talking about it right as we led into that. The Mind Vision actually gave them a lot of very good information, that there was a 7/7 Divine Shield minion that they needed to deal with. So straight away, you heard the back and forth. Well, are we going to entomb that? Are we going to death that? Are we going to Anduin that? Like, how is this going to line up? So even though it's not a very playable card from their end, it's still great information for Jungle Giants.
Yeah, sure. Now that also helps their choices, because now they could pick Sheep if they want to on the back of this potion. So now that if you look at it, they have Entomb, they have Death, they have Anduin, they could pick Sheep. How does Chillblade Crusaders stick anything to the board if Jungle Giants are already ahead and then can just stay ahead every single turn with strong tempo plays? That it's not just answers, it's actually heavy tempo plays, all of these cards. Not sure exactly which potion they picked. Could probably check that out in just a second.
All right, let's take a listen to Chillblade Crusaders, see how many words it takes them to say Dr. Boom and go.
Probably not, right?
What, Dragonfire? So you just rather protect the boom?
Nah, I think I go face.
I think we still go face, right?
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, we're saving 2 damage and missing 5,
right.
and this will probably connect more. So
No, boom face.
yeah, yeah, I agree.
This is where we need what's the 5-drop that doubles your minion's attack?
Oh, Blessed Champion.
Yeah, we need Blessed Champion.
I think we keep the Steward of Darkshire until we draw the Master for Battle. That's one thing.
It works. Masters for Battle Tarn would be a lit
Oh,
combo, dude.
yeah. So there's AoE, right?
Yeah,
most likely.
Fine.
Till 4, summon 2.
So these are death rattles, so I might kill
Boom
him.
bots.
Oh,
Ah,
unlucky.
it's quite bad for us, to be honest.
That's yeah, that is quite bad for us. Yes.
2 words, exactly 2 words. Radu said boom face.
Oh, he meant the card. I thought it was just like, boom, face.
That too. That was actually a really horrible outcome for Chillblade Crusaders there from the Kazakus Potion and the ensuing RNG, because the Boombots whiffed on killing either of the minions, and then the fact that one of the minions was the Orkanai Soul Priest, that meant that then the ping was able to take care of the remaining damage on Chillblade's board and end up as a full board sweep.
It's going to be the Spike Ridge Steed this turn, just to have something try and stick on the board, and this does dodge a lot of the removal that the Jungle Giants has readily available, but they do just have Faceless Manipulator, and you wonder, like, is this just good enough at this point? You just make a 3/7 that has the same, the same factors of having the Spike Ridge behind it, and then just go from there. It is kind of still a tempo play. You get ahead, and you still have mana to spend on some other stuff. Maybe the Thought Steal, maybe the Smite, along with a trade from the Pyromancer.
I love it because it protects your Pyromancer long term as well. Like, you get to sit this behind it. How big a target are you looking for with that Faceless Manipulator? Are you holding onto it purely for that Force Tank Max or a Tyrion so you can go Faceless Manipulator Shadow Word Death and have a massive board swing?
Do you think you ever... This might be crazy talk, Saul.
You want to entomb a 1/1, don't you?
Yes.
I don't mind that play
because
at all.
It's so annoying to, even though you can get your own, it's so annoying to deal with the death rattle. You can just be like, no.
Right.
And then you do the tempo plays from Tyrion or whatever afterwards.
So yeah, let's follow that through. If the Shadow Word Death and Faceless were not in my hand, I wouldn't be entombing a target like this, because then Tyrion comes down and what do you do? you're quite happy in Jungle Giant's spot to see Tyrion come down right now because you can just Faceless Shadow Word Death it, as we've been talking about. So yeah, just using Entomb for kind of its intended purpose, which is removing annoying death rattles like Sylvanas and now in this case Spike Ridge Steed, I was actually fine with that play. But you know what? Divine Shield 7/7, not too bad either.
Well, this makes a clean trade as well, right? You know, like the tank will just kill the first charge of this 3/7. Chillblade Crusaders look like they're having a pretty in-depth conversation this turn, so let's have a listen, see what they're talking about.
It's way better turns to
Do you want to go with Cobalt then?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's either Cobalt or it's Howling. I think it's Cobalt.
All right, and then Hero Power?
Yeah, so trade first.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. This is good, like, it's an anti-force tank max board.
Yeah, it is anti-force tank max. The hard counter.
And then we set up the Cobalt for our force tank max.
Yeah.
Sick, right?
Alright, so if they...
Sick, right? This turn is looking pretty good. Jungle Giants have this Dragonfire potion now, so with one trade and a Dragonfire, most of the board is cleared up here. We're even going to use Smite as well to be able to actually trade into the Dinosaur that's left. This is nice. I like this way more, actually.
Yep, and this sequencing means that you take 0 damage from your own Dragonfire potion, you trade into a 2/6, and then your remaining 2 mana just gets you back to a 7/7. It's one of those Hearthstone turns where everything just lines up so nicely, you just get an immense warm feeling of satisfaction roll over you.
Yeah, like no floated mana, no nothing. It's just
your
like...
minion perfectly re-healed itself into a 7/7. It took no damage from the Dragonfire potion.
But you're on 25 health.
Mwah. Kisses fingertips.
I'm sure people guessed. You didn't just lean over and kiss my face.
I'm
Because
pretty
a lot of people can only hear us and not see us.
I'm pretty tempted. You are, at best, the 4th best looking person I can see right now, though.
I'll tell you that. There's actually a big audience here, so, you know, that's actually pretty good. In this whole hall, I'm top 4. I'll take it. Thanks, Sol. You're too kind, even though that was meant as an insult.
I did say at best.
I'm not. Take me at my best, Sol.
All right, sure.
Can't deal with me at my worst.
I often do. That's a Tyrion.
Yeah. We've talked a lot about Tyrion in this game. Not seen him until now, and it's on the priest side of things. Have Chillblade Crusaders kind of turned the corner here? No, there's a lot of good stuff in Jungle Giant's hand, but they've managed to kind of like play around all these 5+ like removals. Maybe it's enough.
I personally don't see a way that they're generating enough board presence here without walking into that Shadow Reaper Anduin at some point. I think they need big things on the board. As soon as that happens, Giants are going to get a huge tempo swing with the Shadow Reaper Anduin. Not to mention they now need to naturally compete through a Tyrion. But let's check in with Chillblade Crusaders, see if their game plan lines up with the way I'm seeing it.
If it was part of their core set?
Yeah, they do. They do.
They do as part of their core set?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you probably have to go with Force Tank?
You could go Force Tank. I don't mind any.
Okay. I mean, I'd go with Boulevard, but I think they
Just
could
play
have
Force
football.
Tank. Just play Force Tank.
Just go Force Tank.
Yeah, I like this. Media positioning.
Also, like,
Yeah,
they
perfect,
have
right?
they have most
Right in the
information
middle.
on our Force Tank. They have most information because they took it with the Might Issue. I mean, if they have Anduin and stuff, there's nothing much we can do.
They could play at least Starseeker, get the pack, open the pack, and get Meteor out of the pack, and you didn't play around Meteor.
We could have built the deck a little bit more
You got me.
aggressively.
Yeah.
The deck is too
We couldn't have
too
played
slow.
it. Oh, we could have built it more aggressively.
Yeah, build it,
there's
build
Shadow
it.
Reaper.
Alright, well, at least that means this is they're gonna ping us down faster. So we're gonna lose faster. Like, instead of dragging this out, dude. Like, what?
I'm just gonna play stuff.
Okay, Chillblade Crusaders not really sounding too confident there. Is why we might lose faster if we do this.
Good job, Na'Vi, for calling out the clear and obvious misplay from Dog there in terms of his positioning. But yeah, I actually spoke to RDU a little bit in the lead up to this, and he was saying he was really enjoyed the Excavated Treasure format. And that he would be, happy to see it being played as a real tournament format, a full feature-length tournament just for this. And he actually said that he needed some time to go away and relearn all the core set for the decks, make sure he knew at least every card that would have to be in his opponent's decks. You saw it come into play right there. Dog was questioning, is that in the core set? Radu's like, yes, it is.
That's what's kind of awesome because a lot of, for example, at HCT, there's everyone knows the deck list, right? But in this, you know half of the list, maybe even less.
Right.
And the rest could be anything else. Consecration going to come down now, remove a lot of Divine Shields, and add one back to the board. And this Bolvar could have been quite a large threat if there wasn't yet another 5-attack removal card from Jungle Giants.
Yeah, that was no longer a Bolvar, it became a Swolvar very quickly, but they had the Shadow of Death to take care of it.
We're going to be rich. Reno hits the board, and again, surprised this isn't in every single deck, because to be honest, just a 6-mana 4/6, even if it heals you for 5, not even a terrible card. But with Tyrion, I think Tyrion's the kicker now for Jungle Giants. They just drop Tyrion, it does so much work on its own, plus Ashbringer. It's going to be tough for Chillblade Crusaders to take this one now.
Well, let's find out. There's a Tyrion in hand. Jungle Giants have to deal with a full reset here from the Reno Jackson. Let's see what they feel their kicker is right now.
I think we want to save shield for something. Something that gives us a favorable trade or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
More afraid of them like buffing a bunch of things and it getting out of control.
Yeah, that's true.
Reporting for duty.
Okay, so they did go for the Tyrion. Now it's going to soak up all of these attacks. Even going to be the swing of the Rallying Blade to try and keep hold of what board Chillblade Crusaders have at the moment, but the combination of these extra hero powers from a Jungle Giants and this Ashbringer means that this board is going to get decimated very quickly indeed.
Yes. If you haven't quite figured it out, the starting theme of the Excavated Treasure Priest deck is kind of steal your opponent's stuff. Priest, there's the mind games, the thought steals, the devour mind, faceless manipulator, etc., etc. Novice Engineer are the cycle cards that Firebat was talking about that he would wanted to use to draw towards that Raza and Anduin combo. But more importantly, it's actually been some of Chillblade Crusaders' own cards, quite fittingly because of the theme of the deck, that have been Jungle Giants' real heavy hitters here.
It really has, because outside of having the chain removal, Jungle Giants just haven't really had anything to pressure Chillblade Crusaders.
Right.
Yes, they could play the Outlast game, but they had Anduin, they had the death and everything, but really it's the Tyrion and the Force tank that caused the most issues.
2014 Hearthstone, here we go. Rag hits the board, faceless manipulator in hand for the opponent. 50-50s, let's go.
If they clear the other minions.
Sure.
I think they should have a gentleman's agreement where like, okay, Rag v Rag, do full trades and then faceless go. It's where Chillblade Rag is going to hit first of all, and it hits Novice. Ouch. Let's just listen to Jungle Giants. I want to see if they really, really want to play faceless here.
You want to power cheer the Rag we get from faceless, right? So their Rag can't kill our Rag.
Right. Faceless.
Add mind games.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
What?
Alright, I'm gonna faceless the Rag.
4-mana mini-bot.
Well, I want to trade their 1/1 in. I want to start punching them, I think. If
Okay.
our Rag's going face, like...
No, power shield that then. We want more targets.
We want more targets, right? Okay.
It's a little off.
That's... Should have powered shielded.
Faceless the Rag, go face with a weapon. GG.
Should I circle for Consecrate?
No.
They haven't played their 1 copy yet.
No. I like refreshing hero power more next turn, because if Rag goes face, we might finish it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Pretty much a win-win scenario here. Jungle Giants Rag take out Chillblades, but even if it went face, you heard Crep, it's like, we might be able to just kill them if it goes face next turn.
Yeah, I do kind of side with Jackie on the power shield debate, though. They kept a 1/2 around on board, which is an extra target Rag could have hit if they didn't win the 50-50. So you had a 1 in 3 instead of a 1 in 2. Well, that percentage is irrelevant if your own Ragnaros is an 8-10 and it doesn't then die to the Rag on the other side.
It requires the draw to be Consecrate, right? Yeah. And the hit to hit. So that's like a big ass.
But their play didn't play around Consecrate either, because Consecrate would have killed the minions.
True. Also as well, they played the Oh no, what's it called? The 4-mana created.
Mind games.
Mind games. I want to say Mind Vision, even though I knew that was wrong. But they played the Mind Vision first and then Powered Shield. If they Powered Shielded first, they could have traded with the Tarim that they drew from that.
Sure.
So it's a few sequencing mistakes. These guys have been playing all day and now playing pretty crazy formats. But still, making a few small missteps. But Jungle Giants saw that they put themselves in a very strong position here with the Raza.
That circle refresh, that was not Shadow Reaper Anduin hero power. That was Sulfurous hero power. That was Die Insect. Clearing that 1-1 turned into 8 face damage that turn. Oh dear, Light's sorrow indeed. Chillblade Crusaders are going to lose the game, but they do go into day 2 as our leaders regardless. They are guaranteed first places.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they've won all of their series, so very, very confident. But their opponents did manage to get a win on the board, and we'll find out what that means going forward in terms of the number of total wins.
Yeah, and I do believe if we've calculated this correctly, that the bonus wins trophy does does also go to Chillblade Crusaders, as you see there on the screen. They finish with 4 treasures, 4 points. Grand Street Grifters come in second with 2, Jungle Giants with 1, and I'm afraid it's big time Buccaneers who are going home in last place with 0.
Yeah, not actually going home. They are going to be allowed to stay.
We kick them out of the building.
Don't be mean. We're allowed to stay for the duration of BlizzCon.
Security are grabbing them right now.
Subtle, be quiet. Everyone else wants to hear from the winning team who are with TJ.
Thanks very much. That's right. I'm standing on stage with the Chillblade Crusaders. You guys are pretty good. You won all 3 matches today, RDU, which means you're going through in first place today, number 2. You get to dodge the mystery format. How does it feel?
It feels great. Like this way, we dodge also the possibility of randomly getting eliminated. I really like the format for the grand finals, and I think we're gonna take it.
Wow, words of confidence. Well, I actually predicted you guys to win at the beginning of the show. Can you like break off a piece of the trophy and give it to me? Because I should take some credit, right?
Yeah, normally, TJ, you have like the commentators or caster's curse when you try and pick the leaderboards at the HCT, but nah, it looks like you've done the reverse this time, so whatever you've changed, keep doing that, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually just went ahead and picked the team that I didn't think would win this time. Just kidding, you guys are pretty good. Okay, Dog, you guys get to skip to the grand finals tomorrow, as I mentioned with RDU. What team do you want to face off against in the finals?
Obviously the worst one, that way we win. But I'm not going to say who they are, because I'd be a little BM.
All right, fair enough. But congratulations, guys. You'll be moving on to first place. You also got the most treasures. You got the treasure for highest game score as well, so pretty cool for you guys. Congratulations. Let's go ahead and send it back over to the desk, close out the show.